Hello everybody, welcome to another true review. Today I'm bringing you Neighborhorde on the Xbox One. It's currently out on the marketplace as we speak and is priced at a very reasonable £3.99 in the UK and is currently discounted down to £3.19. I have no US pricing as of yet, but expect an equally budget price point for the US marketplace as well. So what do we have with Neighborhorde? Well, it's one of these arena shooters where you're thrust into an enclosed area and you just simply have to dispatch the waves of enemies before you encounter a boss and then move on to the next set of enemies. It's as simple as that really. End of each wave that you complete, you get to either pick a brand new weapon which drops in the form of parcels which you have to destroy, or alternatively it gives you a power up, a new ability which can help you along the way. You're encouraged to stick together in this game because when you're together you create a friend zone, which is a circular area, and within this zone you do get various benefits such as increased healing, or some of the power-ups I mentioned before may only work within the friend zone. Like for example, an enemy enters the friend zone, they have a chance to set on fire to do additional damage to them. So like I say, it's 1 to 4 player local co-op, and in the absence of actual real people to play it with, the AI populates the other player spots with bots, and these bots do a reasonable job on easy mode. But however, in order to get all the achievements in this game and truly complete it, you have to play it on normal mode, which in turn unlocks tickets for the amount of progression that you make. Unfortunately, the AI is really bad on normal mode. It tends to wander off from you, which in easy mode isn't that much of an issue, but on normal mode you wander off, the friend zone gets disbanded, and you lose a plethora of abilities that you've built up for the duration that your team's separated. And in normal mode you become an isolated target. You will go down very quickly, and it's very difficult for your friends or for yourself to actually revive your fallen comrade. Pleasingly, it does work an awful lot better when you do actually have people to play it with. Now unfortunately, all the footage I'm showing you on the screen at the moment is from single player. I have played it in 3-player mode and it does play an awful lot better, and teamwork becomes more and more important. So I would say if you are going to be buying this game as a solo experience and you're not going to have anybody to play with, please bear in mind that it is going to be a very frustrating experience on normal mode. Easy, it's a pleasure to play. Normal, not so much, because the AI just is not fit for purpose on the normal difficulty. There's simply too many enemies, too many obstacles, and it just gets into a big massive cluster and a big mess, to be honest with you. Which leads me on to the graphics. I kind of like the style of the characters and the enemies, how they're defined and how they're drawn. Because each new wave, a new enemy gets introduced, and it's kind of like a notepad with the enemies rudimentally drawn onto it there. And then when they get introduced to the game world, they've got, each of them have got a definite unique look to them. You're not going to mix one enemy from another. Enemies such as robots, ninjas, psychotic dinner ladies, zombie, Abraham Lincoln, bouncy balls, just to name but a few. The enemy roster is one of the most bizarre I've seen in the entire game. What I absolutely hate about the graphics though is the choice of colour palette. For me, I just think it's a little bit offensive on the eyes, and when the game ramps up on normal difficulty and you have enemies coming from all over, it's very difficult to keep track of where you are, where your teammates are, and keep that all-important friend zone together. In terms of achievements, you can get a few achievements by playing it on easy mode, but most of them are obtained on normal. This is for beating each of the individual bosses on normal, clearing the game, beating the first boss with nobody going down, which is nigh on impossible with the bots. And there's one for also unlocking all the power-ups in one run, and for buying all the wearable equipment which you get from the tickets which I mentioned, which you earn by just simply playing normal mode. So overall I'm going to give Neighborhorde a 2 out of 5, but if you have the people to actually physically sit around your Xbox, it's a 3 out of 5. Now, I have to review the game that's put in front of me, and it doesn't have any online functionality whatsoever. To me, in this day and age that we live in, games need to have online functionality. Couch co-op is great when it can happen, but it's very difficult to organise to get that many people around an Xbox who could devote. I mean, firstly getting them around the Xbox, but then having the amount of time to play a game to any length of time is very, very difficult. That's why netcode is so important. I understand why it's not in certain games such as this one, because it's not the easiest thing to do. Eats a lot of resources up, and this is something probably the small developers can't actually you know, devote the time to actually get done. But nevertheless, I've got to review it as playing it from a solo view and you know, a cooperative view. This game is definitely made for cooperative play, which basically distracts from the overall single player experience, making it nigh on impossible to actually complete. So do take that in consideration when you're buying it. If you have the people, it's a fun, worthwhile purchase. If you don't, have a very long hard think about it. You're gonna get some enjoyment out of it, especially on easy mode, but normal mode, if you are able to complete it with the bots in normal mode, all kudos to you, because the bots are just an absolute nightmare to deal with. So I hope you enjoyed that review, guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next review.